the devil awakens.
Maximus wrests his life from the underworld.
Hey boy, what in the world are you doing here?
He was elated with his escape.
I wanted out.
I set out now in a box upon the sea.
Started by drawing ribald comics and about drunken monkeys. And crows that drink. What?
You don't need that mic.
I know. And drink the prop. That drink and have adventures. And these are the comics called Mockies, which were written by me and drawn by me. And they were put into the newspaper, and you're about first to see not those, but what is it? A video of my two daughters, the lovely Phoebe and Pearl, which after you'll see the refresh rate and display arrangement, list for goo, eye candy on a stick. And here we go, ready? And that's a great sound. That would be, it sounds like that. So if you start it all over again, you'll push the plug and stick it in, and then now let's start it over again. Ready? Go right back from the beginning because it's a thing, a little ditty they learned in school. Everyone ready for the big show? Back her up. Here you go. When they came home and sang this, I said, I'm buying them a piano, and I did. Go. As soon as we're ready to go, we're going to go. Now, this is my backyard in lovely Pasadena, which it always looks like this. It looks like this in Pasadena. It makes me sick. It makes my tummy go 2, 4, 6. Not because it's dirty, not because it's clean. Just because I ate it from behind the magazine. Hey boys, how about a fight? Here comes a girl with a gut too tight. She can love, she can rob, she can even do a twist on a back and $30 that can't do this. Close your eyes and count to 10, and if you want to start over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is the new generation, as a microphone working, of Richardsons. Applause for the Richardsons. Howard's grandchildren. Oh my God, did he go on the deck? Okay.
But the Millionaires.
They refuse to accept my name. Now you notice here there's a little correction that the colorist forgot to fill in that line, so I used this JPEG by accident so you can all see the process. Next. I'm going to read you a selection of my comics. Ready? This one, the strip is called Mockies. Do I need the microphone or not?
No.
Yes. Good. The strip is called Mockies, and starred Drinky Crow. You may have seen the Drinky Crow television show on Adult Swim, Cartoon Network, which lasted 1 season and then was canceled because everyone thought it was terrible. Oh, you might have seen the. You might have seen the Drinky Crow show on Adult Swim Cartoon Network, which was played for 1 season and was canceled due to disinterest. Now, I'm going to teach you something about battle, Crow. The best way to overcome the fear of fire, kaboom, kaboom, crack, is to be burned to death. Some poets in honor of Vincent Frini and Henry, etc. Mr. Olson. Some poets. I have written the shortest poem ever. Hi, a poem needn't rhyme. Mine is the shortest. Hey, you waste time with silly words. This is the shortest poem. You tangle your poetry with time-consuming thought. I have written the shortest poem ever. Bang. Next comic, please. Thank you very much.
Please hold your applause for the final comic strip.
No, you can apply anytime.
Never mind cat calls from the peanut gallery. This is a story of Uncle Gabby's trip to the museum. He notices all the beautiful paintings and she says, "Did you enjoy the beautiful works of art, Mr. Gabby?" "I like the one about the boobs." Scheiße, that's German. Kein Witz, that means no joke. Schon wieder? What, again? Yeah, it's been doof. Yes, I am stupid. Next comment, please. I did not have an idea. Deadlines. This is one that everyone should close their eyes if they're sensitive people. "Uncle Gabby, why is your dog wearing this silly hat, that silly backwards hat?" "It's not a hat, Drinky Crow, it's a cone to prevent him from licking an infected puncture wound he earned at the dog park." "Ew, Gabby, why are you doing that?" "Lick." "Well, somebody's got to do it." Love buds. "Hi." "Hello. Your beauty mark is ugly." News with your correspondent Terrence Ross, brought to you by Tony Millionaire. This just in. Lovely new cluster bomb developed. Newfangled cluster bomb spreads apple seeds. Arlington, Virginia. In a remarkable development, the Pentagon today announced the deployment of a new kind of cluster bomb where 893 individual bomblets actually burst open, spreading apple seeds. The new bomb, the Mark IV banana-type granny bomb, was developed by Johnny Appleseed Industries. Unlike other bombs, this one keeps the doctor away. You notice that the apple trees are shaped like atom bombs. We didn't really come across that one. Applause. Thank you. Another Monkeys. This is a true story. People, a friend of mine in Pasadena once said to me, "Every time I hear your true stories, I give you about 65% true value to them. But they are actually really quite true." This one, no 65%, 100% true. When I was 19, I was a hippie and a bum in Laguna Beach, California. All the hippies, applause for Laguna Beach, somebody from Laguna Beach? All the hippies knew that at the end of the night, the chicken place would put the leftover fried chicken in buckets near the dumpsters. KFC chicken, redundant. See, was pointed out to me online by fans. That's Danny Smith, who I don't know is alive anymore. "One night we got there too late. Ah, man, the other hippies got here first. What's that thumping noise?" Bump, thump. We looked inside the dumpster. This is a true story. And there was this guy. It was Norman, the skinniest hippie. Some of these pieces are still pretty good. After that, it's true. He was swimming around at the bottom of the dumpster eating like a wing. "Some of these pieces are still pretty good." He had like 3 or 4 teeth. He was like a real bum. I can't believe he's still alive. This one is called, after that we called him the Colonel. I can't read that. Colonel. "Yeah, he was in the gravy at the bottom of the dumpster. Norman." Suddenly, he was gone. We are a tight-knit group, and we worried about each other. "I hope he's okay. Let us bomb." What does that say? What?
Money for some wine.
Let bomb money for some wine. Whatever. One day at the beach, there he was. The cops had caught him and cleaned him up. Norman! Look at that little picture of Norman. Isn't that cute? He's all clean shaven and he still talk like this. He still used to go up to the Colonels. Next comic, please. Applause. Thank you. Next comic. Oh, this is one about drinking. I've made a tiny clone of you, Drinky Crow, which I can inject into your bloodstream. You must learn the secret of the booze man. How does he make us drunk? Oh, sorry. I can't be filmed if I'm not in the light. The booze man. There he goes. He is releasing the being of drunken thought into the brain arena. That's the being of drunken thought. And that's the booze man. He can't hold the gate open for long. No wonder we keep getting sober. Why, if I just remove the hinges, we have attained permanent unfettered drunkenness. Ha ha! See? That's all you have to do. Some laugh, some groan. No applause necessary. Next strip, please. Written by Terence Ross, my friend from New York. Very great poet. Maki's presents a poem by Terence Ross. A chicken clucked, looked one way, then the other. It seemed to hesitate. Finally, it set its red, fleshy foot in the road. Something huge appeared, and there was a loud noise. Feathers flew. The chicken rotated down a tunnel, saw a light. Finally, it had gotten to the other side. To my friend Terence Ross. Great poet. Do black hole operator. He also wrote this one. The black hole job was hard. The controls for the collapsed star were hard to manage. During a period of marital woe, the operator found himself too distracted. He didn't want to do it, but turning to the singularity, he said, "Take my wife, please." Clap. Next comic. Thank you. This is about my dog, Whitney. I got a lot of letters on this one. You don't do jokes like this about dogs and expect no emails. Wattel. I always put the word Wattel in my comics, often after my friend Dan Wattel. He's the guy who lives in L.A. Wattel's Burgers and Fries. Get the ball, Sparky! Crash. Woof! Splash. Burgers 35 cents and French fries only 25 cents. Psst, good dog! See what a good dog Sparky is? Got that ball, man. Get it! Get that! Muscle Beach. Check the muscles, girls. This was me, actually, when I was showing my muscles off to my daughters. Check the muscles, girls. It feels like a water balloon. As hard as a potato, a mashed potato. How strong is it? As strong as what? Soup. As strong as soup. I was taken directly from Phoebe and Pearl, my daughters. How's the light? Gavin, how's the light? Okay, good. Now, here's a comic strip that many of the members of the audience will recognize. Many of the members of the comic strip. These are relatives of mine. Is my mommy here? Raise your hand. There you are. This is, can I go over here, Gav? Yes. This is my relative, our ancestor, Matthias Zaxman. Here you see the warrior of the family, Matthias Zaxman. He fought to free the slaves, etc. And here, the first man in our family to own an automobile and a phone, Dr. Parsons of Dorchester, Massachusetts. Priscilla Parsons was a very fine painter, my Grammy. She painted everyone who would come to visit. Applause for Priscilla Parsons. She was a member of the Gloucester Artist Society, which is right over on Reed's Wharf. And she won many prizes over there. Also did her husband. And Paige Trotter won her heart. He loved comics. He knew Roy Crane, and he taught me to draw. Kind of a lie, but Paige Trotter. He didn't really teach me to draw. My mommy did. But, you know, it's comics. They made my mommy, and then they painted her, of course. There she is. My mother, sitting right there. That's a painting of her when she was a little girl. Why, they painted everyone. Here's my darling little sister, Kimberly. Right there. Applause for Kimberly. Right there. And the little dolly, Raggedy Ann. Isn't that sweet? Touches your heart. Next! On to the ribaldry. This is what I'm going to do in a German accent. Ready? In honor of the old German Cats and Jammer Kids type comics. Everybody see?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Right. Mama, look what Papa have made on the towel. Ach, du lieber, a poopy drop. Good morning, ma'am. Time to try the new no poo strip. This is actually an invention invented by my daughters. We never made it, but they invented it. They're 8 and 10 years saw them. Was denn? Simply apply the no-poo strip to the hiney region of the man of the house before he bathes. Thank you, no-poo strips. He can now safely use the family towel. Applause. Many of my strips are based on experiences that I experienced. Admiral Max Corner. So what is this? The summer of scat? Doobity doo wap wap sibbity dabbity dap doo doo dee bap a loo ba da 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 wrap it up was a doo ba ba dee bap bap. Scat. Scat is also poopy. Next. Where are you taking me to dinner tonight? Where are you taking me to dinner tonight, Mr. Gabby? Skins and Fins. That's an odd name. Is it seafood? Oh yes. This is Gloucester. Wattels. Oh, that's Wattel. Wattels boneless, skinless, and finless sardines. Jump. Oh, there's even some tiny bones in here. See, because it's called Skins and Fins, it's disgusting. No joke. Thank you. No joke this week, because Tony couldn't think of anything. Deadline approaches. Fuck it. I'm sorry, Drinky Crow. I'm so afraid of those cops that I peed all over the beer bottles. Now, this is a comic strip about a friend of ours. We won't say anymore. This actually happened to a person. I'm sorry, Drinky Crow. I'm so afraid of those cops that I... Sort of. I'm sorry, Drinky Crow. I'm so afraid of those cops that I peed all over the beer bottles. Boo-hoo. Cops, pull over. Sir. Yes. Clank, clank. Have you been drinking? Peel. True story. No, officer, I'm on the patch. Slap. Not really a joke. Thank you. But when you realize it actually happened, it's very funny. And who did it? Joe. Joe. The above is a true story, except the part about the peeing. He did not pee on. Next. There's no applause. Now we come to the soft and sentimental part of the show. Anne Louise. Where's Anne Louise, my darling? Anne Louise! Anne Louise, raise your hand. There she is way in the back. She's shy. Anne Louise was my cousin, is my cousin. She was a little older than us. I mean, we were a little bit younger than her. When we were children, she took us around the Victorian house of my grandma and grandpa, and Annie Helen, who lived there too, and she told us about the mysterious creatures who lived in the closets, behind the walls, the little men. And so I drew all these sock monkey books based on those adventures, because just remembering them made me think of stories that I could write about. Now here's a drawing of her where I went totally surreal on it. You're not in a Victorian house anymore. Here she comes up. It's like page number 77 or so of the book. Uncle Gabby. And Louise. It's a little squashed down. Where have you been? I've been looking for you high and low. Sweet little sock monkey. Then she rides her seahorse back into that's Grandma's house. Down in Grove Street in Newton. Yeah. To find the rest of the story, purchase the book Uncle Gabby by Tony Millionaire. Thank you. Applause. Now, no. Now we're going to go to a little video, which is called Uncle Gabby. Don't start it yet, but okay. It's a friend of mine read the books. Actually, this happened a number of times. Phil Amara. Oh, Phil Amara is in the room. Where are you, Phil Amara? Phil!
Over here. He's over there.
Right there. If it wasn't for Phil Amara, the Sock Monkey books would never have appeared. Look at him. 2 people away from Anne Louise. He once plucked a Sock Monkey page that I had done out of a newspaper. It was just one page. The only thing I did was a one-pager. And he took it out and he stuck it on the wall. And Mike Richardson, the president of Dark Horse Comics, saw that and said, "We gotta make a comic of that story." And thus my career sprouted and blossomed.
Was he related?
What?
Was he related?
Mike Richardson was not related to me at all. He's a little bit taller than me. He has white hair, a giant fucking skull head, big horrible white skeleton teeth. And he looks at you like this, says, "Tony, we're related." But we're not related. He's just a douchebag who fucks me over and helps me get books published. Both. Nice guy. Now, we have just developed, a friend of mine, Matt Danner, who directed the Dinky Crow shows on Adult Swim, have developed this 2.5-minute sample of what we plan to do for the Sock Monkey movie. Have you ever seen it, Phil?
I haven't.
Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
Can't wait.
I'm trying not to swear.
Don't swear.
Darn beautiful. And it is, this is going to be, the music is a little bit different, but this is a sample that we will be presenting to producers, etc. And the script is all written, and now we're ready to show it. But you're getting a sneak peek of what we, ready? What are you whispering about? Ready? Applause for Anne Louise. Oh, Anne Louise, who inspired it all. It's Anne Louise. It's Anne Louise. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you. No questions. Now, if you've ever watched a movie called Star Wars, you may have noticed that in Star Wars #4, which they call Star Wars #1 because, you know, whatever, there's a character named Jar Jar Binks. Now, a friend of mine took his old grandpa down to see the movies, and they were going to see some other movie, and there was a big cardboard cutout of Jar Jar Binks. And the grandpa walked around and he looked up and he said, "What's that?" And his friend said, "Grandpa, it's Jar Jar Binks. He's a character in the new Star Wars movie." And his grandpa said, "George R. Binks? What kind of a name is that for a space freak?" So I based this next comic strip, which was purchased by Phil Lamar. Did you edit this, or was it Dave Land?
Yeah, Dave.
Dave Land edited this book, new 10-page comic strip I'm going to show you about George R. Binks, the fictional father of Jar Jar Binks. And Star Wars Comics, actually, Dark Horse Comics, who he used to work for, actually published it. And one of their, like, "Ooh, this is weird" versions. Ready? I'm going to go over here. Come on, Gavin, let's go. I called you Garen, sorry. George R. Binks, the tragic story of Jar Jar's father. In the stormy southernmost seas of Naboo, Captain George R. Binks of the Binks and Son Whaling Company close in on her prey. There she blows, ready the harpoon. No, there she blows, ready the harpoons. That's his father. Comes a whale from the planet. Boom, fire. Ye go, clunk, chunk. Take the wheel, boy. Who's the boy? It's his son, Jar Jar. Hold her steady. Look at him. I mean, Hold it steady. Ooh, nah, woohoo, hee. Jar Jar Binks, eh? Fucking asshole. Now, the whale attacks the ship because he's screwed up. Jar Jar Binks' his father, Jar Jar Binks, is furious, obviously. He charges up the rigging. Blast! The whale has got herself tangled in the rigging. If we could just turn quick to starboard, we can shake her loose. Jar Jar, look alive, boy. Turn the wheel to starboard. Misa Husa? Turn it now or you'll sink us. Ploop. So there's something. This Jar Jar Binks is an idiot. Whoa! No applause. It's 10 pages. Here they are on the desert island. 1 month later, space month. The ship has crashed. She's like, Jar Jar's fucking around in the water. Excuse me. Jar Jar's goofing around in the water. Look-see. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Gee-ah, you idiot. Because the lobster bites him. Now, George R., you leave that, now, George R., you leave that boy alone. You're just taking out your frustrations on him. You never should have left him at that wheel all by himself. He's only a child. A child? Why, when I was his age, I was commanding my own fishing gang in Gunga. I had to look that up. He's no child, he's just an imbecile. You know how hard I've tried, my dear, to teach him the ways of the whaler, to something him in the family business. We Binkses have a tradition that goes back hundreds of years, sailing across the seas of that sometimes take us around the world. Father, isn't this island tickety-boo? Look at this boat, Misa. Find on the beach. Misa think I saw a table from a sea serpent. La la la, hee hee la la, wee wee wee. Why, you little. Wait, there are now. These are not tailbones of sea serpents. These are the bones of all my ruined hopes, strewn about this barren rock. Slap. I named this island Binks's Woe. Misa, no, my father. Misa, very good swimmer. Misa could swim for help. You ignorant fool, we are halfway around the globe in treacherous waters. It would take you 50 years to swim for help, and you couldn't swim for half a day without being eaten by Good idea, boy. You can save us after all. Let's get you started. Jar Binks, don't you dare. Look at he's got him by the butt. He's like, why? Why, oh, why not? Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. This is the story of my dad and me. No, you're a good son. Toot, toot, toot. Then he gets this, like, weird, I had to research this weird, like, pistol. Because, it's going to be, like, they didn't have gunpowder. It's Star Wars. So I drew this. The weird, like, ball that shoots energy. No, George, don't do it. We can get off. No, George, don't do it. We can get off of this island somehow. We have so much to live for. Think of your son. Blam. It's supposed to be like this. No, George, don't do it. We can get off this island somehow. We have so much to live for. Think of your son. Blam. I did it twice, but that's okay. George! Here comes the last 2 pages. Ready? Oh, George, this is all my fault, Sob. I know you did not want to marry me. You wanted to marry that warrior girl you loved. But you left her because you knew she would not bear you a son. Shibla. Shibla. That wasn't a good name. I know you never loved me, but you married me anyway. You always said that having an heir was more important than love. Snore, he's dreaming about her. Shibla. Blink, blink. Oh, he caught an octopus. Yeah! Oh, look at him. Oh my God, the fucking woe. Excuse me. Oh my God, the darn woe. The horror, the end. And that is the end of the show, ladies and gentlemen. Good.